All right, back again, JT, for my Thrift Store Finds Monday. And I have a whole lot of music to show you, really a lot. CDs, just a few movies, and a lot of vinyl. I'm just going to get started, and I'm not going to do a whole lot of explanation. If you want to add, comments, please. Now, these are CDs and vinyl that I found very, very recently, and three rock and roll movies, concert movies. So let me get started. First of all, Matt Johnson. Love this. This is from the 80s. Fantastic music, really. This is Infected and Soul Mining, and Dusk is a favorite album of mine as well. So there we go with the. And then I love Dedicated. This is one of the best Grateful Dead cover albums ever made, in my opinion. There's so many great tracks on this. Here, let me show you. That Lyle Lovett, Friend of the Devil, is just killer. So many. Los Lobos doing Bertha. Dedicated. I already have this, but I leave no Dedicated behind. And here from 1967 with Bill Graham introducing, this is Chuck Berry at the Fillmore with Stevie Guitar Miller joining him for this performance. Really cool to find. I had never had this. This is great to have. And next up, this is the Sam Cooke to have right here. Portrait of a Legend. This is the one. Would love to have this on vinyl. They do, Acoustic Sounds has this on vinyl. I'm sure it's available elsewhere as well. And then this is cool, guys, from Boise, Idaho, November 3rd in the year 2000, Pearl Jam, a live show. And this is a good one. Really glad to add this to my Pearl Jam collection. And there's the songs. Okay. And last up, Mondo Bizarro by Ramones. Really cool to find this. And these are all really recent finds. These are $1.50, the same as the vinyl at my favorite thrift store. And there's the tracks. And next up, guys, here's a band. Now, these are CD long boxes. These are sealed, guys. Look at that. Little Caesar, sealed. These guys are cool. Hard rock, hard, almost metal, and a real soul, and a little funky. Little Caesar out of Los Angeles from the 80s, from the late 80s, actually. And at first I thought that was my cousin Mike that was with Axl's brother. I thought, what is he doing in Little Caesar? Mike passed away, but he was in Axl Rose's brother's band, Stuart Bailey, Dr. Whiskey in Los Angeles, and they played all the same clubs as Guns N' Roses early on. And Dr. Whiskey was still playing those clubs because they were signed to Geffen. And if you're signed to Geffen, you usually don't get, it's hard to get turned out. It's better to go with another label, actually, in my opinion. So Little Caesar. And now this is cool. This is a band, metal hard rock band out of San Francisco called Vicious Rumors. And again, these three are sealed. I did pay $5 for these, but they're beautiful. They're sealed, guys. Let me show you the hype on that. And this is cool. This is a band out of Oakland, California. Hard working, hard rock metal band out of Oakland, California, formed in the early 70s, and that would be Y&T. Isn't that great? Love it. Y&T 10 in the long box. Let me show you the band and the hype. And again, on Geffen, tough labels. So many bands are signed to Geffen. Now, I couldn't pass up on, Rude Boy, The Clash. This was $3. And this is region for Europe, but it played just fine on my Blu-ray player. Really cool to have this. I'd never had it. I have other Clash on DVD and Blu-ray. And the Jonathan Demme film, Stop Making Sense, Talking Heads. This one's sealed. I have 2 other copies of this, but I leave no Stop Making Sense behind. Not at all. The great concert film by the great director Jonathan Demme. And lastly, for films, that would be the Cure Trilogy, sealed, $1.50. This was in amongst the other just thrift store movies, and it is sealed and for $1.50. So cool. Let me move right onto the vinyl. Now this vinyl here, I just found these within the last 5 days, and I'm going to start with this one because Peter, Paul, and Mary in concert. This thing is so clean. And what is so interesting to me about this record is the film Inside Llewyn Davis, the Coen Brothers film, where F. Murray Abraham plays Bud Grossman, like Albert Grossman, because, you know, this group was a folk power group. It was designed to sell a lot of records. And I love the film and the correlation to Peter, Paul, and Mary. You know, they were a great singing, great band, but they were a formula band completely. And if you haven't seen Inside Llewyn Davis, I highly recommend it. JT's in it, the real JT, Justin Timberlake. He's in it, and there's just so many. And Oscar Isaac, his singing and playing. I mean, he's in the film. It's in the early '60s in Greenwich Village. And he travels out to the Gate Horn, a famous folk club from the early '60s. You got to see it. So glad to have this one. I do have other Peter, Paul, and Mary. No, Peter, Paul, and Mary records. And here's the back cover. I kind of like that. If I was their manager, I would be Peter, Paul, and Mary. And next I found a really clean Kenny Rogers. And it doesn't have What My Condition on this. Too bad. But it has a lot of the great tracks. Coward of the County. The Gambler. Anyway, this is, I have another copy of this. This one's really clean. This is near mint minus on the vinyl. And the great Kenny Rogers. And I love me some country music. And I like the real deal too. George Jones and Leroy Van Dyke. All of that old school country. I love it. Merle, Johnny, Waylon, all of it. And this is a good one. I found Redheaded Stranger. I had this already, but I'm not going to leave any Redheaded Stranger behind. And so this is my second copy of this LP by the great Willie Nelson. And I love that back cover. And this should just be on, yes it is, on the red orange Columbia. And this is cool. This is from about 1967, folk psych, and the incredible Buffy St. Marie. Look at that cover. Really cool. I found about 4 of her records all within 2 days at the same thrift store. And again, these are $1.50. And very recent on this find. And I love the way she does Unknown Soldier that Donovan recorded. And next up, now I found this one quite a while ago. This is Stephen Stills' group formed with Chris Hillman, and that would be Manassas. And the great track on this is Isn't It About Time? But the first Manassas album with Johnny's Garden and It Doesn't Matter, penned by Chris Hillman and Steve Stills, is just such a great song. And on the first Firefall album, the best Firefall record, they also covered It Doesn't Matter, which is just a great cover. So yeah, Steve Stills, Manassas, Down the Road. Great band, great band. Once again, the songs. All right, we'll keep going. Now, I'm going to show some, this is a real mixed bag. These are all vinyl finds from really, let's say the last 2 years, 3 years. and up to 10 years ago. And this was Janet Jackson. This one was $1. This was an old thrift store that closed since about 5 years ago, controlled by Janet Jackson. Cool to have this. Very clean. And, you know, a lot of these records that I show, I know you guys go, how did you get these so clean? It's because I go so much, and I filtered through the ones I didn't want to keep. I either redonated or I just don't have anymore. Usually I just redonate them. So Janet Jackson. Now here's a good one, guys. And yes, I found this for $1 about 10 years ago, 1999 Prince. Yeah. So, you know, it's a lot of work digging. I love it. I love the hunt. And I just love going to see what's there because I'm a movie buff as well. CDs, cassettes, all of it. And this, here's that great inner sleeve for Prince because this is a double LP. Wonderful. Oh, wow. Look. I just saw a guy pay $10 for a pretty beat copy of this at my other favorite thrift store. Now, guys, you're going to go, what's JT showing this? Now, this record was at the thrift store right down the street from where I work. This was 10 years ago. I walked in, it was there. I came back, it was still there. And guys, that's Def Jam Recordings, Public Enemy. Look at this. Look at this. Now, this is just cool. I just love having this record. You know, I don't listen to a whole lot of rap or a whole lot of hip hop, but when it's good, I do enjoy it and appreciate it. And respect is a good word to say. But so cool for Public Enemy. And this, guys, this is just so clean. So glad to have this on Def Jam. Look at that label. Yeah, and that's produced by Rick Rubin, guys. Really cool. Now, Eurythmics, Touch, Annie Lennox, Dave Stewart. I found all these about 10 years ago, and I used to call it my cheese box for 80s. You know, back then I kind of thought, you know, kind of cheesy 80s. I put it all together in one record box, but there's no cheese about it. This is just great music. I mean, there's Wham in there, there's Loverboy and stuff like that as well. So you get where I'm going with that. But, you know, I respect all bands. I really do. I know what it's like to try to produce a song, write a song, record it, all that. I mean, it's a lot of hard work. And we have to support musicians, especially in this day and age. It's just so hard with streaming, you know, the evil streaming. No, I mean, I stream too to sample music. So Annie Lennox with Touch. And, you know, I'm a survivor and I will survive because I got a Gloria Gaynor record. And this is Love Tracks by Gloria Gaynor. And there's the songs. And this is from a New Jersey record store, guys. Let me show you. Called Corvettes. And this is from my little boy, Sean. He's 7, and he'll be 7.5 in about a week. And his daycare lady, CeCe from New Jersey, Trenton, New Jersey. These are her sister's records. So I really scored those for under $1 a piece. And here's Lips Incorporated. For a little disco, right? Absolutely. And we know what's on this one. Funky Town. And I did pay $1 for this one. And this one I found pretty recently, about 2 years ago. Live Alone in America, and that would be Graham Parker. And this is so cool. Just the great songwriter and Graham Parker on his guitars. Really fantastic material. Graham Parker without his rumors. Oh, yeah. And Yep, this was about 10 years ago during all the 80s haul that there was about 2 or 3 years where I had a ton of 80s records that I was scoring. And that would be the great Thomas Dolby, The Flat Earth. I consider him genius. Love Thomas Dolby, everything he does. And there's the tracks, the songs. Now this, you guys, yes. And this has cars on it. And this is the great Gary Newman, The Pleasure Principle. And yes, this was in a thrift store for either $1 or $1.50 about 10 years ago. So in the collection, and he had a ton of influences. Guys, this is a record that, you know, I wore out, and this is where I first had hearing damage from listening to this record so loud all the time, and that would be Hard Promises, Tom Petty. Seriously, I had a killer Pioneer car stereo system in the mid-'80s in one of my Subarus up at Lake Tahoe, and I just used to, it just sounded so good. I would just play it so loud, this record. And you have Insider, The Waiting, Night Watchman, Something Big, King's Road, The Criminal Kind. This is just one of TP's very best records. Tom Petty, Hard Promises, from the early to mid 80s. Now here's a cool one. This I'm going to show now. I'm going to end it with some prog rock, and I found this guy about 1 year ago, and this is the great Richard Wright, Wet Dream, a solo record from the great Richard Wright from Pink Floyd. Wet Dream. This was $1.50, and here's the gatefold. Here's the tracks. And on the red Columbia. And once again, Richard Wright, Wet Dream, and so sorely missed as a member of the great Pink Floyd. And this is an upgrade of my original iRobot. This is Alan Parsons' project, and this is iRobot. This is so clean. And this is, I had a prog score of about 30 to 40, no, 30 records or so. I have an older video where I showed all of these. And yeah, this was $1.50, and this is near mint minus. Wonderful to have this. Here's the back cover, songs, and look at that, on Arista. And the vinyl is near mint minus, sounds great. And guys, this was either $1 or $2. I think he gave them to me for $1. This was the jazz drummer Smokey, and this is on Harvest. This is Pink Floyd, Adam Hartmother, and this was a big jazz haul. A lot of 60s and some 70s records at Grassroots Books here in town. And I was lucky. I knew the guy who had scored the giant record haul from Smokey when he passed away. He was in his mid-90s. I've shared that before. But to have this record is just wonderful. I have just about everything now because I've ordered Division Bell from Acoustic Sounds. I forget where yeah, that's where, that's it. And the Bernie Grunman James Guthrie reissue, I've ordered Division Bell. But here's the back cover. I really like cows. When I was in a band, I did a flyer with cows on it, and the guys in the band are going, "What are you doing, JT?" I thought it was cool. Pink Floyd, Adam Hartmother, on Harvest. Oh, since it's on Harvest, let me show you. You're going, JT, show the record. So there we go, on the Harvest label. And again, a heck of a score at $1 to $2. And lastly, this is so cool. This was $1.50, and this was in that progressive rock haul of 30 to 40 records that I just mentioned. And that's a momentary lapse of reason. So I'm not going to buy the reissue because I have this near mint minus cover and record of this great record. And I really don't need to get anything else. I have it on CD as well. There we go. All right. Hey guys, that's about it. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon, especially for my new vinyl buys on Thursday. All right. Cheers. Bye.